die another day for you, baby. Quit my Casanova ways for you, baby. The only time that you say that you hate me is when I take the last slice of pastry. Now I'm on the run. Loving you till kingdom come, but you drive me crazy. Send someone, still my billboard baby.
Man, I'm gonna get they be. Mama, you did, I mean like by me. I just wanna be there when you need me. Baby, now your matter I dey sing all day, yeah. Overdosing, body overdose. I'ma say you got it overload, and you know you bad like commando, yeah. No drugs are fit to contain your body in a package. So you know, see, I'm falling for love. Overdose me, your love they overdose me. Now you, I want me love you, waiting for lolo. Overloading, I'll be overloading your bank account. Money plenty, don't be tell I'm she be the one, no. Cause I know in my heart and my soul. If you do me jeje, me self I could follow, baby. Oh, if I enter your moto, pim pim. If I enter your moto, pim pim. If I enter your moto, pim pim pim. I could make you to shout, pum pum pum, pum pum pum. Me I know to like you for my. So now you want to show my mama. Cause I'm a put you in a brand new pima. She go like be my she.
Yo, mic check. Yeah, here you go. Oh nah, he over here.
Nikubali nijiintroduce na ito BOBBYMFPESA. Nakalbo mistari mademu wageti kali wanakubali with anything that I say.
Nalando pile bendo winja. Inalando pile bendo winja. Nango, bango tuch, jawata bango tuch. Bango tuch, wanya lego bango tuch.
Nitagate mpaka chuo kikuu. Downtown kama cheese kama sister tu. Mikono juu, hapo vipi? Hapo vipi? Hapo vipi? Hapo vipi?
Party after party. Party after party. Party after party. After party.
Wabebe, skilo, wabebe wasikia. Wabebe, skilo, wabebe wasikia.
Yo lazima nipatikane, na kataska ama kane. Pewa chupo.
The fact that I was reminded that I didn't introduce myself. I am your MC for tonight. I am Shamsuddin Oloko, class of 1978, from the best house in Isolo, which is by the Elias house. Elias house is best house. Everyone here agrees with you that the Elias house was best house. Up house. Well, there was the other second best house, which is by the house, you know, and there's a rumor that there's some another house, the block house, some boys who are there, you know.
Vamos. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. We give thanks to the Almighty Allah for making it, to let us also make it today that we are all here. We give thanks to the Almighty Allah for everything He has done for us to be alive today. We give thanks to the Almighty Allah that our school is still in existence as we are gathering here today to do our getting back to the school. We give thanks to the Almighty Allah for allowing us to travel all the way from Nigeria and get established here in the United States of America. Alhamdulillah. I'm going to make the prayer by the light. There's a mentioned light in the first statement. You see our logo of the college as like a torchlight in it. And under the baseline of the logo, there's Arabic inscription that says Al-Ilmu Nur, that is knowledge, is light. When we get to Ansarudeen College Isolo, what we are seeking for was knowledge. And God gave us the light to be able to pass through it. while we are making some reminiscing last night, we saw the photos of our teachers and some of our students. Some of them gone and answered the call of the Almighty Allah. May Allah give them resting place in their grave. And may they all rest in peace, and may they all be granted paradise when the hereafter comes. Some of our teachers, starting from Alhaji Bashir, our principal, the best principal the school ever provided, and some of other teachers, we saw them also in the photograph. Those we see and those that we did not see, that has gone to the world beyond, may Almighty Allah grant them paradise. And some of us who are still alive, that we are living, may God continue to favor us, give us merciful production, give us everything that is requested for, and give us the wherewithal to be able to contribute tonight in millions, so that we can give back to our school, our alma mater, Ansarudeen College, Isolo. I welcome every one of you who has been here. I've come here to eat food, not to donate. After food, then I'll do my own donation. Thank you one, thank you all.
The bird catches the worm. So the saying holds true tonight, because those of us that are here early get to eat first. As Baja said, after we've given everyone food, then we can ask you for money. So I have been informed reliably that there's food behind you. It's buffet, and we are also informed that we have to finish eating by 10:30. So we have to begin the food at this point. Usually we will have the food in the middle of the program, but the food comes in the early part, which I don't think anyone is complaining. Because I'm not, because I'm hungry. So without much ado, Mr. DJ, give us something light as we go. So that we can do in an orderly manner, even though there's not that many people here, we can start from this side. This is where I am. Table one. Table one will go and get their food, and then table two, and so on and so forth. So let's get some food and drinks. Thank you so much.
Lambe watucheze kwa pande gani? Tuko sauna na nimewasha loud, tuko zile area ni mwezi kuko allowed, tuko tire na mangiozwa na mara surround, VIP zile area zinanga ground. Shots Camino Boti Bodo Chapa Toto, ukimaliza KO. Suruali pale, viatu kule, silale lale, kamka utule, joto kufunze kozi ambazo huwezi kupewa shule, joto kutunze bebe huwezi fanya kazi ya bure. Imeweza na kakienda basi enda nayo, imeweza na ukibebwa basi bebwa nayo.
You better make that shit work. I'm throwing hundreds in your face, you better make that shit work. And when you hop up on the dick, you better make that shit work. Make that shit work. Make that shit work. Fire burn, brother, wagwan. See that Papa Jones ni my Batman. And one time for the fam and all the pretty shorties. Hey, yeah, what a bam bam.
Leo nko na mbogi hatari, tena tari nko hadi na gari. Kabagazi, aka ganji, sina kinywaji, weta mkiaji. Bash mara that, tunakuja chap chap, tunakuja na gode teipaka tap tap. Ati, bash, tunapiga bash, baby bash, usitoke bash.
Niko juu ya nyama ya bama na kachumbari, na juu ya diabetes cha tuweke sukari. Plan size imetufikisha huko kari yako, walevi washanza kulewa wamekali ya floor. We throwing George Washington, the vibes and them teens, 20s, 50s, color money Benjamins. Throw that bread till her mama, she gon' be your best friend. But that bitch ain't in love, she just tryna get the kids.
Takanya na wendon, takanya raga. Takanya na wendon, takanya raga. Takanya na wendon, takanya raga. Takanya na wendon, takanya raga.
Yes, I'm up in a fire, love is wicked. Cry me a river, cause your love is wicked. Friends come around, say your love is wicked, but the kisses when you give, don't you know it's wicked.
Beste sema tichi, beste sema tichi, beste sema tichi. Kendezi atakufundisha, yani atakuziti. Flow inauliza na hicho kinakubali, sauti sawa na ime kinikubali. So iko poa na mapanza mikubali, swaga na yata madema mikubali.
Wish I could change your mind and make you stay. Make me think I say, I'd give anything to hear you say.
Hey, now you drink up all my nigga, come on. What I'm supposed to do now? Tuck me out, don't get all that shit. Now come on, you gon' have to back it up.
Get broke with it, get loose with it. Like South said, let Bruce with it. Yeah, say that real fast inside. Say that real fast inside.
I got a question, I need to ask somebody. Why is it that when y'all see me after party, y'all be looking like, well, we a movie star? He ain't supposed to be out on the floor with everybody.
Hit the sour diesel, mommy bouncing on my lap. VIP crowded, so I take it to the back. Up in the cold room where you find Zeno at.
And Mario too.
Now everybody does. Back at it, this cat is the wit and the charm. Taking you higher like a syringe, hitting your arm. Bringing the fire, making you bend, ring the alarm. Let me see you clap and spin, baby, come on.
Turn around now. Turn it over and turn it over and turn around now. Turn it over and
It's DJ, the one on the wheel of steel.
Yo, you sweet life. Baby, calm down, calm down. Yo, this your body, put in my heart for lockdown, for lockdown, for lockdown. Yo, you sweet life, phantom, phantom. If I tell you say I love you, no day for me, young girl, oh young girl. Not for me, no, no,
It's DJ D1 on the wheels of steel.
party scatter, the party scatter, the party scatter. Tell me, are you ready? Are you ready? You ready, Latido? Listen to the do-re-mi to Pastor Latido, Pastor Latido. Ready? Tell me, are you ready? You're ready to Pastor Latido. No day to me shakara, no day to me yanga. I get the money yakpa, emi superstar. Simba gori wale wamu, ọmọ tí mo pe lana. Ori mi yo gbigbe, ya. As they start, people yakpa, they start to dance ya. But as I enter, ọmọ the party starter, party starter, the party starter, the party starter. Tell me, are you ready, yo? Are you ready, yo? You ready, Latino? Listen to the do-re-mi to Pastor Latino, Pastor Latino. Ready, yo? Tell me, are you ready, yo? Ready to go, Dear Father in heaven, but time to take over. You don't tell I trouble you. Back down to Lucifer. I know the follow pastor, they be for mom. Father na father. See me, I don't busy my call. I won't focus on you, on God. I only any to my way. Any to my way. To go low my balance. I only any to my way. Any to my way. To go low my be I get sense. I get God. I come first. I don't boss. Plenty dog, plenty noise, plenty people. Don't go boss. Me I get sense. I get God. I come first. I don't boss. Plenty dog, plenty noise, plenty people. Hey God, don't make I follow. This all what things they cost. I still want to walk, I still want to turn on. Hey God, don't make I follow. This all what things they cost. I still want to walk, I still want to turn on. Yes, Father in heaven. Sometimes I can't your blessing. He did take to show for face. If you like the HIV, churchy for club, kitchen for club, like for photo. Make them know mommy and I only any to my way, any to my way. To go low my balance. I only any to my way, any to my way. To go low my be I get sense. I get God, I come first, I don't boss. Plenty dog, plenty noise, plenty people. Don't go boss. I get sense, I get God, I come first, I don't boss. Plenty dog, plenty noise, plenty people.
You can call me the international. You can call me the world DJ D1.
Èmi ọmọ kẹ́tọ́, mo ti dájú ló mọ́tò. Agresi na auto, automatic. Wọ́n fẹ́ bá mi àfọ́tò. Èmi ti gbéra láti 4:30. Wọ́n lè wọ́n bàtì. Wọ́n filẹ̀. My drip on check out slow on pause. Ìmọ́lẹ̀, ó wálẹ̀. Ẹnu àdé kóró ló sápá mú mi, mo máa ronú. Mo máa sunkún. I don't work it out, I don't pray it out, I don't go nothing off for fire. I know there is a day, all my pains will go away. See when I party away. I know there is a day, all my pains will go away. See when I smoke it away.
DJ number.
It's DJ, the one on the wheel of steel.
My grace in auto, automatic. On fait pas mi photo.
Mufasa, vem Mufasa, on me Mufasa, vem Mufasa, on me Mufasa, on me Mufasa, on me Mufasa, vem Mufasa, on me Mufasa, vem Mufasa, not Mustafa, hello Afa, no Kokosa.
Ngali ya baji sina, aisheka wishakala. She say looking yash give me good, pakadero like a rolling boat. Oh, pussy nene, body the move like do kere. Alo, I come out to tape, bede kale. Ngali ya body is a controller. Ngali ya body is a controller. Your body do me down all over. Say your body do me down all over. Kilo bay, kilo fenono. Jumbai, jumbe. Kilo bay, kilo manu. Jumba, your body.
On me Mufasa, vem Mufasa, not Mustafa, hello Afa, no Kokosa.
Ngali ya baji sina, aisheka wishakala. She say looking yash give me good, pakadero like a rolling boat. Oh, pussy nene, body the move like do kere. Alo, I come out to tape, bede kale. Ngali ya body is a control. Ngali ya body is a control. Your body do me down all over. Say your body do me down all over. Kilo bay, kilo fenono.
Yeah.
Jumbai,
Alright. Eat the record. Yeah, Ben. Script.
Ain't nobody but I done.
Bring that body now, make her rocky now, until loving now. If you give me now, I go shooting now, like a Benzema. Bring that body now, make her rocky now, until loving now. Me now, I go shooting now, like a Benzema. Want today, belly way they make you they want today. Dance and they dance like you want today. Girl, you're the bench they want today. See the girl they
Kalaya money,
belly way they
kalaya money,
dance and they
kalaya money,
girl, you're the
kalaya money.
Man, I get real irate. Hella late, blue pills dilate. When they pull up in the city, what do they really like lick my place? See, they really want peep my babe. You can never reach my pace. This beast, no be beast by Dre. No, they don't, I beg you, bring that waist. Say, man, got a Midas touch. Flow got a mean ass punch. Look at what I gone and done. Still you get one by one. I better go they touch your chest. This one be the new anthem. Sorry, it's just you and your friends. Me and my friends, it be we and them.
Bring that body now, make her rocky now, until loving now. If you give me now, I go shooting now, like a Benzema. Bring that body now, make her rocky now, until loving now. If you give me now, I go shooting now, like a Benzema. See the girl they want today. Belly way they make you they want today. Dance and they dance like you want today. Girl, you're the bench they want today. See the girl they want today. Belly way they make you they want today. Dance and they dance like you want today. Girl, you're the bench they want today.
Auntie loving her, come make you
Kalaya money,
me I want
kalaya money,
understand me.
kalaya money,
I got shoot my
kalaya money,
this guy
kalaya money,
make you treat me.
kalaya money,
Take that chocolate,
kalaya money.
say who want vex, make you vex. Bring that breast, make you press. Say you don't set, make you set. Say you still want loud in the pants. Yes, me I want hook for your neck. Make her connect wireless, less. And if you be no, it be yes, and it's on to the next flex.
Bring that body now, make her rocky now, until loving now. If you give me now, I go shooting now, like a Benzema. Bring that body now, make her rocky now, until loving now. If you give me now, I go shooting now, like a Benzema. See the girl they want today. Belly way they make you they want today. Dance and they dance like you want today. Girl, you're the bench they want today. See the girl they want today. Belly way they make you they want today. Dance and they dance like you want today.
Let me do this sort of style. While we are still masticating our food, I know the blockhouse students do not understand. But the Paco House people know what that means now. I will spend the rest of the evening saying things about Shogoro and Jinatua House people. Yeah, you can accost me once we get out. But while we are eating, so I hope I had the liberty to speak in English and Yoruba tonight. Anyone objects to me speaking in Yoruba?
Igbo, please speak in Igbo.
Igbo, I will do that too, but no one will understand me because I will not be speaking Igbo. So while we are here, if you notice, other than the gorgeous women that are around our tables, there are also some very beautiful paintings that are all around you that are up for auction later tonight. So I will implore you, encourage you, and beg you to please have a look. And you will get to meet the artist who's actually here. She will tell us a little bit about some of the paintings I can tell. You know, there's a painting of a woman who's pregnant. And there's a painting down there that makes me dizzy, but she will tell you what that's supposed to mean. So we will have that later on tonight. And let me just quickly introduce the artist. She's sitting right here. Miss Achu, can you please stand up to be recognized? So as the food is going down to its respectful place in our stomach, we should begin the evening. But by the way, the reason why the room is still somewhat half empty is because it's raining heavily outside. Yeah, it's raining heavily outside and people are having difficulty coming to the hotel. So I know some guys that are trying to make their way in, they will get here very soon. But let us begin with the playing of the national anthem. And the respectful old students that we are, I would suggest that we all stand up and have the national anthem be played. Mr. DJ. So the Nigerian anthem. to please come forward and lead us in that wonderful anthem that was composed by Alhaji Bantulu Amini, Alhaji Dosumo. Mrs. Sigarat Atiku, Isa, please come forward. You will lead us. By the way, the reason why I skipped that part of the program initially was because I don't remember. So, but these are the who can help us out. Hip, hip, hip.
Bismillah. Can we all stand up, please? I need help. Oh, my college alma mater, for you and you alone, your students must endeavor to uphold our cherished name, to uphold our cherished name. Glory, glory, alhamdulillah. College where youth are bred yearly to give service and duty to the country of our birth, to the country of our birth. Ansarudeen, my college, for your sake and sake alone, Isolarians must remember those who help them in their. Amen.
Thank you. Franco Matene. Solarian. Okay. So, I'm going to call out some names. But before I do that, this is an impromptu portion of the program. I took a look at the attendance tonight, and I want to recognize who I think is the oldest member here tonight, because as we want to do, we recognize our elders. I'm going to call on Mr. Moshood Olayinka to please stand and be recognized. Is Mr. Moshood Olayinka here? Class of 1969. That was shortly after I was born. Okay, since he's not here, I'm going to co-recognize the next set, oldest set. When I came in here tonight, I saw a gentleman, and as I do sometimes, I thought it was someone that I knew. But when he told me who he was, I realized I couldn't have met him. Class of 1971, Mr. Moreno Abiola Ajala, please stand to be recognized. Yes, I'm going to recognize all the class of 1971. I have Mr. Dewale Abdulmajid Lawal, please stand to be recognized. Class of 1971. Mr. Olusegun Obasa, class of 1971. Mr. Olasupo Olayinka, class of 1971. Is that here yet? Uncle. And just before I call on the members of the high table, I want to recognize a couple of people. Oh, sorry. There's another Mr. Ajala here who's from that lofty, great house of Elias. Nothing against the up house. The mic from Elias.
We should respect the first half of house.
The first half. No, I'm going by the better half of the Bako house. So I must sit. So without much ado, I want to recognize Mr. King. So I want to also recognize those who travel across the Atlantic to join us here tonight. I will start with my good friend, Mr. Rashid Ogubambi. anyone who went to Isolo knows that many Ogubambis attended Isolo, but he's the tallest. I will also call on my good Egbon, all the way from the UK, and he graces our gathering with his inimitable presence every time that we get together. And I want us to pay a special recognition to him. My dear Egbon, Mr. Alhaji Yusuf Olajide Oluwa, please stand to be recognized. I can't see Alhaji Oluwa. Alhaji Oluwa, yes sir. The great. Does anyone remember what he was known for when he was in school? Yes. And it looks like he can still run many miles though. About 50 years later. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. So at this point, I'm going to there's another person who came from outside of the United States to join us tonight, and should I say congratulations for coming from Nigeria or escaping from Nigeria? We hope your experience here is worthwhile, but in any event, we appreciate you being here. I'm going to ask Anat Bolanle Yusuf Ni Sholuwade, stand up to please be recognized. Thank you very much for coming. Class of 1977, Shogoro House.
Up house.
Wait, what's happening?
Up class. Up class.
Up class. Oh, okay.
No, class.
She was in Shogoro. Madam, you are in Shogoro House, right? Yes. So while I'm calling on people, I'm going to, of course, recognize our president later on, but I just want to ask him a question. I want to see if he's listening. Dr. Akimbile, Muftawa Akimbile. I'm sorry. What's your maiden name?
Maiden name?
Yes, sir. I now went to evening school. He doesn't understand your maiden name. Yes, you don't know your maiden name.
It does not exist. You can make up one, that's fine.
Okay, I will inform you later on. He told me your maiden name, but I'll tell you later.
The job you should stay away from. Because that would be dangerous.
I think it's a human. Wait. Okay, wait. It's a his and hers that I'm going to call. I'm going to first call our chairman of the board of trustees, Dr. Saka Aramide Kazim, but I'm going to also ask his wife to please join him. I don't want to discriminate tonight. Please, Dr. Kazim and Mrs. Kazim, please go over the table. You can come back later. Round of applause for Dr. and Mrs. Kazim, please. And you know, they are much too modest to say this, but the contribution that this couple have put into this organization is incredible. I mean, they're dedicated. Any member knows that if you call them at any time over the last 10 years, and they will answer your call and do whatever is necessary to be done. So once again, please give them a round of applause for all their efforts. And I don't need to ask them to bring their money. They know that they are bringing their money and they will give us money, as they've done in the past. Is that the money bag? Thank you. You need the help? Well, sorry. All those naira, I mean dollar. I'm going to call our guest speaker tonight. I'm going to call our guest speaker tonight. He's a doctor, medical doctor. He's an allergy and a imam sometimes. And a local, because he's from around here, so he didn't have to travel far tonight. But even though he had to swim a little bit, there's a bit of a rain tonight. And I'm going to call on no one other than Dr. Abayomi Jaji. Please join the head table. If you see him, you know that he brought money. Thank you. I'm not going to say anything about Nigeria. But here in America, you can tell how well our president is being run by looking at our president. And I'm going to call on our president to please join us tonight. And he has spent a lot of money before tonight, but he's going to spend even more tonight. Please, Dr. Akimbile, Mufta Akimbile, please join the head table. All right, let's move right on. So I'm going to call on some fellow New Yorkers. And you know New Yorkers to spend money. Yes. And this couple, they're a power couple in of themselves in New York City. They're known, well-known, good friends, and great friends of the Isolo area. I'm going to call on Dr. Tunji Omotosho and Dr. Kemi Omotosho to please join us and help So, the folks that we've been waiting for, and if you notice, about the time that we're getting food, they weren't here. But somewhere not too long ago, we heard some thunder, lightning, you know, the announcements of eminence, of distinguished. So let me do the proper introduction. Thank you. So our chairman of the day and his co-chairman, is the managing partner of Williams Adley & Company, a management, consulting, and CPA firm based here in DC. He began his professional career in 1985 and became a partner in 1997. He has supervised many domestic and international audit engagements for US government agencies, countries. If I read all his bio, we'll need to get a second round of food, which is not a bad idea, but we need to get moving. But what I find really fascinating, truly fascinating about his bio is that I want to get the number right. Okay. He has traveled to over 60 countries. Can I get a round of applause for that? If I can get his frequent flyer miles, it won't be a bad idea. 60 countries. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I want to welcome Mr. and Mrs. Kola Ishak Balogun to the high table, our chairman and chairman. He was a close friend. And I remember very well the day that him called me and told me that he passed. He wasn't sick. There was nothing wrong with him as far as I knew. And 2 years later, I cannot delete his voice from my phone. And the reason why I'm bringing him up here tonight is, aside from the fact that he was a member, officer, member of board of trustees, he was very active and dedicated to the cause of our association. And I would like to ask everyone to please do two things. First, let's have a 1 full minute of silence to mark his passing, please. Thank you. And the other thing that I would like to implore everyone to please do is, again, you don't know the next time you're going to see the person sitting next to you. Again, please turn to the person next to you and tell them how much you care for them. If you want to say you love them, you can say that. But just let them know that you do care and you appreciate seeing them here tonight. Because as Bookie used to tell me, and I remember vividly the day he told me, he said, Shandy, we rock the 70s, we rock the 80s, we rock the 90s, we rock the 2000s, 2010s, and we have many more rocking to do. And I remember him very fondly, and his contribution to the association, everyone can attest to it, and may Allah give him a comfortable place to rest in her journal. So let's move forward. I think at this is returning for another time. Can we get another round of applause? Sorry, Mr. Lily, hold on. To be the president of this association is not easy. Yeah, to call people, we have to beg them. Beg, Oma Bell, come and see this one anyway. Oma Bell, so anyone who agrees to do it, we should give him a round of applause. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Akindele.
Thank you, Mr. Oloko, the co-chairman, their wives, the guest speaker, distinguished guests, fellow Isolarians. You are welcome to the 2022 Adissiosa reunion. I would like to especially welcome those that came from England and Nigeria. You know, that shows a lot of love, a lot of commitment, and we appreciate you crossing the Atlantic to come and celebrate with us. My name is Mufutao Oluwafemi Akimbele. I am, by the grace of God, the president of Adissiosa North America. I'm going to go down memory lane. The Adissiosa North America, there was an hiatus of time where there was inactivity. There was a rebirth in 2014. And since that time, we gather together every 2 years to have a reunion. However, this is our first reunion in 4 years, no thanks to COVID. COVID was devastating to the country, to the world, to businesses, and we have to really thank God that those of us here are able to survive that. That said, there are a lot of people, either directly or indirectly, who knows people that died from COVID. Some very close, some are very, some lost a lot of loved ones. And it was a terrible disease in the sense that a lot of these people are traumatized, the family members. They couldn't even get to sit around and say goodbye and, take care of their loved ones. They were isolated. For those who walk around the corridor of hospitals, or those who have those who have families who have been sick, there could be nothing more traumatic than that. To feel helpless, that you're not even able to do anything for your loved ones as, they depart this world. May we please stand up for a minute silence in honor of lives lost to COVID. Thank you. May their souls rest in peace. If you have the program in front of you, you probably have access to the bulk of my speech tonight. Mr. Oloko actually stole part of my line, but he's a good friend, so that's fine. And even though that happened, that will not stop me from still going ahead as planned and recognize the tragic loss of Buki Folabi. Another minute of silence will not be asking too much. This is a guy that gave so much to Ansarudeen College Isolo. Not only to Adissiosa North America, but to the college itself. Every time he goes to Nigeria, no matter how hectic his programs were, he always stopped by to meet with the principal, take pictures, find out what is missing and stuff. So he was a highly respected member of this organization. He was also a very functional member of the board of trustees. So his loss was a big, big loss, you know, to Adisyoso. May we please, I beg your indulgence, to stand again and recognize this great Isolarian. Let's give him a 1 minute silence. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Chairman of 5167 Welfare Program, under the leadership of Mr. Kusumi, who is not here tonight, but as a program that we thought is something that we should implement. Yes, we are doing a lot for the school, but what are we doing for ourselves? A lot of people are crossing over half a century with all its challenging, health problems. And then a lot of us are having kids who are doing great things. We figure it's about time, yes, continue to celebrate the school, but at the same time, really celebrate ourselves and our family in the US. And that includes welfare, to be able to rise to the individual needs of our members, when that time comes. So we did that. And I'll tell you, the members of the executive and the Maryland organizing committee worked very, very tirelessly, to be able to get us the event that we have tonight, which if I look, I don't count blessings by numbers, I count it by quality, the quality of people in attendance. Showed how much work has been put in. This, you will all agree with me, it looks like a dignified, event. And many thanks to the members of the executive and the organizing committee. Thank you. You can, if you are here, you can get up, stand up and be recognized. The chairman of this organizing committee had some conflict in his schedule and is not here tonight. But, majority of everybody here who are responsible for tonight are here. Members of the organizing committee, can you please stand up and be recognized? Those are our successes that we can count on and be proud of. We do have challenges. Those challenges actually touch my heart just as heavily as the successes warmed my heart. Our main challenges, which has been the challenges that my predecessors experienced and I also experienced, were the lack of interest in membership of the association and the reluctance to assume leadership positions by members of the alumni. This is very disheartening because during the time that we are leading up to this event tonight, we went on a donation drive, touched a lot of my friends who knew nothing about Ansarudeen. And I'm telling you, the response I got from them, the money that they donated willingly, really made me proud. At the same time, made me very uncomfortable. I will share my story. Our guests here are members of our family and friends, and then we have ourselves. So there's really nothing to hide. So I'm a straight shooter, and I'm just come straight. It was very disappointing. When I look at the turnout, the encouragement I got from non-Isolarians compared to those of us who are members, where we have to chase them around to get them to register for this event. Some haven't even paid their membership dues. That is not right. That shouldn't be how we go. That's not how to build an organization. We can do better, we must do better, and we should do better. So my appeal to Isolarians here tonight, and those that hopefully will at some point will be able to see this, watch tonight's event, or the messages will filter out to them, is that we should all stand up and be counted. We should. I would like to remind all of us, regardless of where we are today, we all at the beginning. And Ansarudeen College, Isolo, happened to be one of those pivotal beginnings in most of our lives. Sometimes I wonder why we have this lukewarm attitude. I couldn't figure it out. We have deliberated over it many times. Regardless of what it is, we need to change. We need to really change. For a lot of reasons, we need to leave a legacy. And the burden is on us to make sure that the association did not die in our hands. We really should, take this more seriously. I would like to use this occasion to recognize a very special Isolarian. This is a man who has given so much of his time and energy to ensure that this alumni association survives, succeeds, and thrives. He never asked once to be compensated for what he does. In my opinion, he is the prototype of what every Solarian should aspire to be. Oftentimes when I thought he has given his all and he has no more to give, every single time he surprises me by giving more. I'm proud to associate with him. I'm proud to call him my friend. And I humbly ask the audience to please stand up and recognize Mr. Adisioso, the one and only NAK. We didn't know this is going to happen, but I cannot, end tonight without recognizing him. He practically carried the t-shirts, the booklet, and everything else practically on his head, in his car to get here. And since he's been here, he's been working. My hope is that, all Isolarians, or give me just 10 Isolarians, like NAK, this organization will continue to thrive, and I can be rest assured that the organization will outlive us. Kindly allow me to close my speech by expressing my gratitude to all the members of the executive who served with me, the Board of Trustees, especially its chairman, for his constant counseling and always available to chat with for advice and how we can make the association better. Also, special thanks to the Reunion Organizing Committee and to all the active members of the alumni for their support during my tenure. And I like to choose my words, I emphasize on operative words. Active members of the alumni, because they are members who are just there. They don't count. We are just trying to help to mobilize and encourage them to begin to count, to stand up and be counted. So I'll save my thanks not tonight for them. Maybe there will be opportunities to thank them if I truly, honestly see changes. Mr. Chairman, the guest speaker, distinguished guests, my fellow Isolarians, it's time to celebrate. It's time for us to reminisce about our past experiences as students of Ansarudeen College Isolo. It's that time again to renew and solidify the bond between us as one family, forever joined together by our old school. Please, when the real show begins, when it's donation time, I want you all to donate generously to our cause. You can be rest assured that your money is going to be well spent. We have done a lot of things in the past in improving the school. The school continues to get better, even better than we left it many years ago. And just like parents, you want to see the younger ones do better than you. Our goal and dream is to make the school to continue to improve better than when we were there. That's the bottom line. Ladies and gentlemen, at the conclusion of this reunion, I wish you all journey mercies to your various destinations. God bless you all. God bless Adiciosa. God bless the United States of America. And I declare to you proudly, I am an Isolarian. And of all the things I've achieved in my life, quite a good number of them, being an Isolarian is the one I value the most, because a house without foundation is weak. And I'll tell you, I remain committed to our mission and our vision. Thank you. God bless you all.
Another round of applause for our president. That's our president, ladies and gentlemen. Again, to be president of an association is not easy. To be president of Adiosa, we're talking generations of former students. People like, some people, I'm not saying old, but like my boy here, class of 70, Kinecom. His interests are different from me, class of 90 what? So when you have to manage people across generations like that and preside over their affairs, it's a little tough. and you have to somehow engineer cooperation, people, showing up. And our president has been very, very successful. He's gotten a lot of support. He's raised a lot of money for that station. And I want to use that to segue into people who have responded to his calls, asking for assistance. I'm going to mention some names of people who have been generous with their money. We live in the United States, and if you're generous with your money, you're good. So I'm going to mention some names. I'm going to ask that we all just wait until I'm done with the names, and then we can give a collective round of applause in the interest of time. I'm going to start with Dr. Tudi Alausa, Dr. Mohammed Imana. If my pronunciation is less than best, please indulge me. I took Yoruba with Mr. Layeni, so you know how that didn't go well. Dr. Martin Adeoye, Dr. Biola Familusi, Dr. Lola Odulaja, Dr. Thomas Oshinawo. Those people own bosses in Nigeria back then. Oshinawa boss. We took that to Isolo. Dr. Charles Ehohime. Yes, you can sue me for that one later. I have a lawyer here. Dr. Francis Adelaja, Dr. Adesoji Gafar, Dr. Toyin Ajayi, Dr. Deji Dosumo, Dr. Aki, I think he meant right, Awujo, like people come together. Yes, Awujo. Mo lè ṣe kí ni Yorùbá o, tí máa sọ Yorùbá kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbogbo Yorùbá nìkan. Orúkọ àwọn tí mò ń dá làwọn tó fún wa lówó. Màá máa dá orúkọ wọn ní Yorùbá. Yàtọ̀ pé máa sọ lóyìnbó. Wọ́n ní kí n máa sọ òyìnbó pé kí n máa sọ Yorùbá. Nítorí náà ká máa polówó lọ ní èdè ìbílẹ̀ wa. À á pe àwọn Dr. Jídé Fálànà, Dr. Ṣẹ́gun Ògúnfowórà, Mr. Jamiu Ọlágúndóyè, Mr. Ọmọ́táyọ̀ Jamiu Oje Lawal, Dr. Fọlárin Oje Lawal, orúkọ wọn ló ń jẹ́ Yorùbá nù. Oje Lawal. Jamiu orúkọ Yorùbá. Ọmọ́táyọ̀ Jamiu Oje Lawal. Dr. Fọlárin Ayétúndé Ṣítàdé. Eléyìí ìmọ̀ bóyá mo lè sọ Yorùbá bí kì í sọ lóyìnbó. Anthony Emeka Oniawa. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for all our general donors, please. It takes money, a lot of money, to undertake all the association affairs. Owó là ń ná fún gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe. Ó dẹ̀ pọ̀, owó tá a. Let's try English. We'll try. Well, let me see who's the way. Franco Matene. Franco Matene. Okay, let's do this. I want to see who's awake, who's not awake. I'm going to call on the Jinodu boys and girls to only respond to this. Franco Matene. I'll give you one more opportunity. Jinodu boys and girls, give me your best because I'm going to go around to everyone. Franco Matene. Ibaja boys and girls. Franco Matene. For the boys and girls. Franco Matene. For the Shoguro boys and girls. Franco Matene. I can't hear. For the Shoguro boys and girls, Franco Matene. I said the best for the last. For the Lions boys and girls, Franco Matene. Alliance boys and girls, one more time. Franco Matene. So we've gone around the 4 houses. So I'm going to call the names of the houses again, and whoever thinks the house was most represented, you respond by responding as loudly as you can, so we'll know who won. I had, by the way, there's a method of the market. I actually took a poll, so I know how many people came from each house here tonight. So I want to see if the number correlates to the response, to how awake they are. We'll get to the money later. So how many people think, if you think that do boys and girls are most represented here, please respond when I say Franco Matene. People don't think do boys and girls. For those who think the boys and girls are the most represented here tonight, please respond. Franco Matene.
It's a living
along. Responsible into the next. We are proud of our own team to be winning all the time. And now what about soccer? What a day. We are proud of our team to be winning all the time. But that's it, Isolo. I won't call you more. Players. Wait. Let please lead this
Victory of school. See the players, see the boys. Into certain we are going to win. We are going to win the match.
Thank you, Baba. If your last name, there's a schoolhouse named after your last name, or vice versa, you have an obligation to be present here tonight. That's why he's so exemplary. Ladies and gentlemen, start teaching by the Gala. Come to the house of the last house, but we're looking for the last house. I can't repeat that in English. No, but that was in the last house. Unless you have to do homework.
Yeah, you know me now. I love to senior go to.
I like to continue. by any chance, did you lay blocks?
Yes, sir.
How many blocks did you lay in this one?
I am a block now.
Can someone in senior boys explain to him what it means to lay blocks? Anyone wants to volunteer? Do you know when I said did you lay blocks? Does anyone know what it meant when I like battle says go and lay blocks?
Yes.
I mean, so
When you are building the fence.
did you finish? I think you finished 1994.
No. You got it wrong.
So, ladies and gentlemen, by popular acclaim, I think by the house is the most represented here tonight. And I say that with reluctance because I'm from the last house. But
Listen,
oh,
I told you at the beginning. I support the last house, second half of Paco house, but that always comes first. Okay now.
You want to step outside? On second thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, so two announcements that I want to make. One is that, three announcements. Sorry, we need to welcome. So two things. One, it's not necessarily customary. It wasn't the case when you were in Isolo. Does anyone remember the dining room? Isolo. Does anyone remember the food that we ate? Yes. Does anyone remember what we ate on Sunday evening? How many people remember, please? No, that's Tuesday. Sorry. Thursday. 3 Beans and Gary. I like to do it. I can't say you are wrong.
Family during your time.
Of course.
What did you eat on Sunday morning?
What do you mean on Sunday morning? No. What do you mean on Monday morning? Monday morning, anyway.
I think it's okay.
But see, for those who didn't attend the solo, the reason why some of us don't remember is, so we had a tradition. The senior person at the table, I won't mention names because some of them are here. They will not let you eat. So the senior boy, some of them, I won't mention them, they will actually sell your food to you if you want the food.
Before you get there, because it was aluminium plates.
Yes.
They will punch the bottom of the aluminium plate. On Thursday, it was rice. No, but on Thursday evening, it was dodo and beans and fried fish.
3 in 1.
They will punch the bottom of the plate.
They've taken some of the food. And that's when they allow you to eat. So for some of us, we don't remember the meals because there was no meal. Because each table was represented with there were 10 people at the table. 2 from 5, 2 4, 2 3, 2 2, 2 1. So the 2 from 5 will eat first. And whoever is more carefree is the head of that table. And some of them, especially I think in the block houses, they will just take the food and go to their house. If you want the food, you have to go to their house. Well, the excuse was the house was close to the dining room. So that's why some people remember the food, some of us don't. Because there's no point going to the dining room, there's no food by the time you got there. So those who remember the food, I won't say they are the one who took the food, but God knows. But I remember most of the food used to disappear into the blockhouse. When you did it, you did it. I heard the stories. I won't mention the story. I think we are in the adult crowd now. I won't mention the stories with these blockhouse people. The way the school was laid out, if the girls were going to the dining hall, they had to pass by the blockhouses. Should I go to that story? Blockhouse people? You can't say that. Some of these people are grandparents now. Their grandchildren may know that they used to be Orishirishi back then. I won't mention names because some of these people, some of the memories are painful. You come, you know the Oseberaga, when your first week back from school. Everyone have your local provisions, you have food there. And the senior boys will not bring anything to the school because they are going to take from the junior boys. I don't know how the girls do it. Grocery shopping in your locker. And some of the boys, I can mention their names, they are not here, but they are in my house. There was one particular boy, his parents used to give him a lot of food. And so he had provisions, his locker room was filled with food. And he had this pen-sized locker, very small. And he put it, and some of these boys, the senior boys, they were not quite big. They just put it like this. And put it on there. So this particular kid, of course, the senior boys, so when the senior boys want to do this, they will say, oh, all of us, we should go for prep. We'll go for prep, we'll go and study. Then we'll entertain themselves with our locker. So we came back and but what did you have inside your locker? I had St. Louis sugar, big milk, bombita, Milo, Orishirishi, Geisha, and sardine, the other sardine, and Titus. And so Sinotype said, you had all those in your locker? I said, yeah. He said, what kind of lock did you use? He said, the small one. How can you have all those things inside the lock and you put that little thing there? Fix up. Exactly what it was. You know, in its own little way, that episode actually taught me a lesson. Commensurate, correlation. If you put something valuable somewhere, you should secure it with something that shows the value of what you are hiding or protecting. You know, I don't know the boy's name. He spoke French very well for whatever reason. Salisu or Salawo. So, but the epilogue to that, to those from Ivory Coast. From Ivory Coast, yes. So some of us, by the way, when I finished at Isolo, I was only 16. And I remember vividly, to no delight, we used to have a school quiz. And the question was to the entire school, who was the smallest boy in the school? And the correct answer was my name. And I was in Form 5. So school memories for me was a little on both sides. And even when I became a senior student, I couldn't consider the junior boys were bigger than me. I couldn't tell them what to do. They just look at me like, hey, you are talking to me, I should do what? So the cunning little thing that I did, there was a lock called Tokos. So Tokos, some of us who didn't have the brawn, but we had the brain. What we did was we learned how to make the lock. So I could go to your locker, take the lock, open it, rearrange the lock to my own key, and I put it back. So when you came back and you wanted to get food from your own locker, you have to come and talk to me so I can open your lock for you. And then you pay me to buy the key from me. Which, well, I can't beat you, but you can't get your locker. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I was asking if anyone remembers the food that we had in the locker room was if anyone remembers the desserts that we had. Does anyone remember the desserts that we had when we were in Isolo? Desserts, not the food though.
They served during the break, Katanga.
No. That was at the school. The reason why no one remembers the actual desserts was because we didn't have desserts.
Oh, I see.
We didn't have it. But tonight, we do have desserts, and we are going to take a break now. But during that break, I have an important announcement. Around you, you see all the paintings here again. We are going to, after the break, have an auction. And I will encourage you to, during the 10-minute break, take a look at the art around the room as you make your way to get the dessert. After that, we're going to have an auction. So, ladies and gentlemen, and Mr. DJ.
Nobody
body. We want to step up and stick tonight. Come let's just touch this body. And if you tell me to make my bed,
Thank you, Mr. DJ. All right, let's all be seated and in your full attention. We're coming to the favorite part of the evening, the fundraising. As everyone can imagine, it takes a lot of money to run this organization. How much? But he gave quite a lot of money. I want to recognize him. He's taking pictures. Mr. Tanimowo. Please stand to be recognized. Thank you very much for your generosity. We appreciate it. I don't remember his face, but I remember his name from the roll call. You know, when they are doing the roll call, that's when most people remember everybody else. They'll do the Ajala. You know, there are several Ajalas, you know. Ogubambi. Animal sound. In our house, there are about 3 animal sounds. And some of them didn't even know each other. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start the auction. This is a surprise to the gentleman that I'm going to call. So the modality of the auction tonight, I hope you guys have had the opportunity to inspect. A very important detail to decide. The food is about to close, but especially for those who stay in the hotel, the caterers allow takeout. So if you want like a small plate for yourself, if you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you want something to eat, there's a microwave. I think there are microwaves in the rooms. So you just put it in and there'll be food to eat. So you can go in the back and help yourself with some food. So back to regular programming. Miss Achu, would you please join me here? There's something to having the artists next to their work, because it makes for a better appreciation of what they've done or what they will do in the future. Points of disclosure. I do have one of Achu's works in my house, and I'm not the only one. I believe there's some people here who have bought from her as well. She's well known to the organization, and I will ask that we start off the auction with a round of applause for our favorite artist, Ms. Achu. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do justice to each of the paintings by having Ms. Achu do a very tiny 2-second description of each one as we go there. And then once she's done, we'll begin the auction process. Okay? So I'll call this, Mr. Kujaya, I will need your assistance to note which one is which. So this will be number 1. And this number 1, according to the uneducated myself, it's a picture of a woman holding a cross in her finger and a beautiful, but
So this is actually Erica Badu. Erica Badu prays her roots to Bamenda.
That's number 1. Number 2.
Number 2, this is a wedding in Nigeria, in Lagos. Of course, usually huge grand weddings. So this was outdoors. So you can see the Yoruba. This is the Yoruba, right? I think so. So this is the wedding.
Number 3.
This was a commission by Uncle Zach Oji. It actually features in one of his films. In the movie, it was stolen. So this is more recent piece.
Number 4.
This is a pregnant lady. She's beautiful. I think pregnancy is beautiful. So it's a lady who is... Why not pregnant? Number 5 is another kind of a woman. Colors, vibrancy, movement. Number 6 is a painting which I completed during the pandemic, and I asked people to write poetry based on it. I had a lot of submissions all over the world about the painting, about the pandemic, and yeah, so that's a painting which I completed live on paper, so people can write poetry based on it. This is Achu. Achu is a male, which she over there is pounding the cocoyams. The cocoyams you put in a plate. This is a traditional meal in the northwest region of Cameroon. And you make the cocoyams, put a hole in the middle, and you have these yellows with palm oil, loads of meat, vegetables, and then Achu. And this is a lady, a young girl making a cake called Glory Bake. And this is the dancing in Africa. These are inspired of moments in pandemic. The mask, keep the faith, girl, wearing mask. Walking everyday life in Africa. Everyday life, walking, children and things in the head. Woman goes to the market, along marché. The last one. Everyday life in Africa. This is the dancing celebratory. Yes.
Thank you very much. Round of applause for our very audience. So, as we are about to begin the auction, and we're looking at all these beautiful works of art, does anyone here remember Mr. Jawando?
Yes.
I'm sorry, how many people remember him? Okay. Who remembers Mr. Fashino?
Technical drawing.
If you notice, Mr. President, please join me here. Round of applause for our president. So the reason why the president is here next to me is whatever bid is made, he's going to talk. Whatever your bid is, feel safe to make a bid, because it will top your bid.
With your grace, it's okay.
Okay.
You are there to support Ms. US Good. Financially too, huh?
I didn't say that.
We're good.
We're good. So we'll begin the auction this week. So by a show of hands, how many people have an interest? See, this is the president at work. The man volunteers to carry it so everyone can see it. This is why he's president. Round of applause for the president, please. Okay. Thank you. The man is very generous. So, I will start the bid for this. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very serious business. This is how the association raises money. So, I'm told that the minimum bid for any of these pieces is $300. I can tell you that that's a very, very nice bargain. The ones that I have purchased from Mr. Chu cost more than that, and I think they can sit come back for that as well. But she's been very generous to us as an association because we're using this to raise money. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know if you went to a boxing match, usually you have a scantily clad woman carrying the placards, go like this, round one, and then come back. We don't have anyone in the bikini, but we have a president to hold the art. No, oh no.
Can we wear Speedo?
You want me to wear Speedo? There are limits to how you can raise money. Alaja, please. Alkali. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll start the bid at $300 for this beautiful piece of art. Mr. Achu, do you want to join us here? Yeah. So, do I have any? We're bidding for this artwork. No, the bid is not for the artist, it's for the art. The bid is not for the artist, it's for the art. Just to clarify, because you see, it goes home not with you, but you know. Yeah, you know. So this is art number 1. Do I have any bid for this art piece from any? And time is not on our side, so we need to move forward. So some background music, but very low. Thank you, sir. Anyone bidding for this piece? Yeah, I've been told to mention. Does anyone know who Erykah Badu is?
Yes.
I'm sorry, by a show of hands, does anyone know who Erykah Badu is?
You better call Tyrone.
You better call Tyrone. So this is the inspiration for this piece of art. So let's do it this way. I'm going to call up people and people who want to bid, and they'll tell me what they want to bid on. I think it's more expeditious to do that way. So we have a volunteer here. We have Alaji Zacharias, Arabide Kazim, also known as Nepa. Anyone know this man as Nepa? Does anyone remember him in Nepa? How many people remember why he was called Nepa in Isolo? I do know. Wait, you want me to discuss? Dr. you want me to tell you why you call him Nepa in Isolo? Me, I don't know. No, you. Please, if I'm correct, collect money from this man tonight. Double his bill. Okay, so when this guy was in Isolo, he was a year ahead of me. We used to call him Nepa because his eyes were always red. He had allergies. So every time he was always with a red eye. And they call him Nepa for like someone that is no panon. You know. Panon, that's Nepa. That's why it's called Nepa. Do I get my price or do I not?
The reason you are wrong is that I'm not the original Nepa. No, it's not. Well, it reverts that it is my eldest cousin, Taslim. In the 60s was the original Nepa. And he has the same eyes that I have. And then, so when I came in, and then I inherited it. Yeah, but I'm not the original Nepa. Of course I invented like this. There are several people. I once said I was in a server. You know, so I have. I'm willing to ask anybody to prevent me from taking this home. So our president would like this piece of art, and he's bid for this art in. I go with 450, and I'm willing for anybody to stop me from taking it home. So he has made a challenge. He wants this piece of art for 450. Anyone willing to prevent him from having this?
$450. Anyone willing to challenge the president? Going once, going two, sold.
No, it's not so. I mean, I want to believe that we are in the midst of, distinguished people with full pockets, and I'll be doing a disservice to both the artists and to my alumni association by paying a paltry $450 for this. So I'm not happy with that. I want you to stop me from taking it home. 450 is not good enough.
Okay, so Dr. Kazim said 500 for this piece. I have 500.
I said 600.
You said 600. Okay, we have something going here. 600. Anyone willing to stop it? This is the president, this is the chairman board of trustees. And I'm the MC.
700.
I have 700. Wait, is that coming from the same pocket? Wait, no. This is not fair. Okay, I have 7. I will come back to the Kazims later. I have 700.
She stopped me.
Are you kidding?
She stopped me. Remember, I'm making money for my association.
Okay.
She stopped me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a buyer for this piece of art, and it's Dr. Mrs. Titi Kazim. A round of applause for Ms. Kazim.
I used to be an autocar salesman, so be careful. Mrs. Kazim, thank you.
So the next piece of art that's gathered interest is this beautiful piece. I may get in the mix myself with this one. But I'll let our chair board of trustees start with his own bid, which is, I'm sure it's more than $500, but please.
Alright, I love this space, so I'm going to start at $600.
I have $600.
650.
I have 650. Anyone from the audience, please join in. By the way, just for your information, the audience will ship this to anywhere that you want me, I'm going to start calling names. Alhaji Wasiu Alade, as resplendent as you are, 700 on your behalf. Right? Yes, 700 for Alhaji Wasiu Alade. Shipping is not a problem. So, have Alhaji Wasiu Alade at 700, right? Okay. Are you willing to start with him? 800. Dr. Yomijaji. Anyone who knows Dr. Yomijaji knows that he's a doctor here where he's home to Dr. Jaji. I'm sorry. 1,000? I didn't hear you. Yomijaji. This one. Show them. You want something? Okay, I'll come back to you. Anyone else? I have 700. 800. I have 800. 801. Is it 801 naira or $1? No, we're $2. Sorry. $801. They just want to beat you.
$1 will be respected. There's going to be a lot of auditing problems. So honestly, for auditing reasons, Madam, I respectfully say you can just add like 50 or 100 to it. I know you are capable of doing it.
850. Thank you, Mr. President. I have 850. 850. Anyone else? 850.
They are Dr. Kazim's friends. They probably share, they see each other very often. So he's thinking he may be able to still see the painting. But it's not going to be yours, it's going to belong to them.
Okay.
You want them to go?
So it's good for 850. Going once, going twice, sold. Thank you very much. The next piece of art.
Madam, thank you.
Dr. Jaji. Where did you go? Jaji.
Jaji.
Gay. He said he wanted to do something. You're Gay, please. I need you here. Okay, this is a beautiful piece of art. This is really, really nice. And I understand from Reliance Wonderland, $1,000.
That's my man talking. When he wants something, he means it. He's a man of little words. 1,000. Let's have somebody beaten. Let's have somebody beaten. Or you want to even do better, even if you don't challenge. No, that's allowed, you know. You could just say, you know what? What's going on with these folks? Let me make it. Add extra coin in hundreds, in leaps of hundreds. Should I close on it? Well, everybody's quiet. You seem to be the person that I trust to close this deal. 1,000. All right, gentlemen and ladies with filled pockets, are we going to give this to him? Who is saying yes? That person should buy something for him. Congratulations, sir. You got it. It's yours.
Thank you, Mr. Ansarudeen. The next piece of art that's going to go for auction . Ladies and gentlemen, I think when I was asking how many houses were represented here, by the house was the most represented here. So we have a by the house person and another by the house. Do we have some Elias house people here?
Yes,
Zero. Okay, we have some Elias people to support me and bid on something here. Which of these art looks like Elias house? That's the one that I want.
The one that's holding the baby. MC. The one that's holding the baby. No, that's not for you. This is the one with the baby.
Is it similar to the other one? For those who doesn't want Tony to go on with all the glory, or if Mr. Tony wants to have two of the century that he loves so much, he can be our guest.
Tony Emeka Oniawa, you can really put out you don't no. We have another local person here that I know will 500. I'm sorry, I've been stopped.
Elias.
500.
Elias.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Supporting you now.
see, I told you. Does anyone know his nickname back in Isolo? If I may be so humble to mention his name. Baba Oye, Baba Ogedente. We have my estimable senior at 500. Lola Bayomi said 700. Sorry, I can't hear you.
When they talk, you want them to talk.
Yeah, numbers. $500. Anyone else wants to Brother Jackie, we are your hometown now. You have to 600.
We don't understand language. We understand
numbers.
If you have anything to say that is not money, please, I beg you, leave it until the end of the auction.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gentleman, he arrived at 11:30 for a party that began at 8 o'clock. He's going to redeem himself by making a bid. Yeah. So, Dr. Adeola Usman, please, we need to hear from you. He came in with his queen, and they are lovers of art. Please, Usman, please, can you get his attention from me? I need you to make a bid of this piece of art. You can start at 500. Baja, please allow the man.
Dr. Woodman. 1,000. You came late.
This is how you can do yourself.
You are making money.
Calm down.
Is that 5?
2,000.
Dr. Adeola Usman.
Yes, boss, he's coming back.
How much did you say? So a question came up which is very relevant. When this was shipped, so ladies and gentlemen, we have a bid for this beautiful piece of art. Anyone from Dino House who wants to bid on this? Okay, we'll come back to that one. So this is a beautiful piece, a little bit of an abstract, and I understand we have an interest in this. Can we start the bid on this item? Who has an interest? Who has a bid on this item? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Isolo. When is Isolo? Mrs. Secret Isolo. Secret Ademo. This Ademo. How much is your bid, please? Is it 6,000? Or running? A, B, or C? Running. Does anyone know what Mr. Adigu's daughter is known for on a larger scale? So, Mr. Adigu, given those antecedents, how much is your bid? I didn't hear the bid though. Mr. Adigu, we can't take Naira. We cannot take Naira. We cannot take Naira. Mr. Adigu has.
Who is killing the light? Who is killing the light? Flat.
You see what your bid has done?
I know. Who knows?
Chamsi, your bid has gone up. Chamsi. Sorry, 60, Mike. I know.
Hello? Okay, we're back on. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a bid of $300, which to be light, but subhanallah, we're back on with NEPA power. So this item is being sold to Mrs. Sigara Tadigo, unless someone wants to outbid her for this piece. So I have $300 and no mic. Going. I have 400. I like the Habib Kotu. I like the Habib Kotu has bid $400. I have 450 from anyone. 450, please. I like the cartoon, you said 400. You want to top there? I like the cartoon, I like it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, the last bit of this one is from Alaji Kotu. Alaji Hadith Kotu, thank you very much. Going, gone. So, round of applause for Alaji Kotu, please. So, we have one more before we go to a quick break. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a bid of this one from our former president in the person of Alhaji Wasiu Alade, also known as Okomoge. He's sitting between two women. I'm sorry, Alhaji Alade, what is your bid? $500 to burn a life. $500 for this. Anyone wants to challenge the last Wasiu? $500. Any other bid? Going, gone. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, ladies and gentlemen, so after this one, we will take a break. But I've got 3 different implications for this one. So we will start with one of our high table personalities. Dr. Motosho, can I get a bid from you? I have 500. Is that pounds or dollars? Subhanallah. Easy. $500 and the husband is behind her. $500. Anyone? This art is more than $500. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the audience is making sure that this will be shipped to you. I hear 600 from our board of trustees chairman. $600. Dr. Motosho. 650, subhanallah.
He's on duty.
I had 650. 650.
Sold.
Oh, I hear an offer. 700. 700. But I heard you say something.
She said 650 and I said sold.
I thought you said 700 on behalf of.
Let her know that you are the person that makes that decision.
You know, sorry. Before I said this to Dr. Motosho, you know, Dr. Aramide Kazim has to make a better deal. I will tell you why. More than most people here, he has benefited from Isolo by a lot. His beautiful wife, who he married from, well, she married him because she proposed to him. I was there, yes, I was there. Everybody. How many people here know? But did she propose to him or not? She did. Yes, thank you. She proposed to him. So that's why he's the chair board of trustees, he's the benefactor, because everything we have to do, because he continues to benefit. It's like a disaster. He continues to just take and take and take. He doesn't run back. Sorry. More. Please. What's your bill, sir? He's looking for another one. You know, the man is a diplomat. The other person is his friend. So, he knows that he's going to call that the next day, so he's going to let this one go. So, we are selling this one to Dr. Motosho. Round of applause for Dr. Motosho. Thank you very much. So, at this time, we're going to take a break from the art. You are free to look at all these items, and we'll come back to the auction at a later time.
Mercy and blessings of God be with everybody. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's an honor to be in front of you. This is one of the good things we should be doing at this age, at this time, because I sincerely believe we have to leave a legacy of goodness, legacy of honor, and legacy of giving to the next generations. We were very blessed. I myself am Dr. Abayomi Ismail Jaji from Olobo, Lagos. I am part and parcel of Ansarudeen. I didn't go to Ansarudeen College in Isolo. Some of my brothers did, Rashid and Ibrahim Jaji. I went to Ansarudeen High School, Zole. It is a blessing for us to have gone through these schools because at the time in Nigeria where, especially from the colonization, a lot of things were happening. Some people have been marginalized, and some of the fathers and grandfathers and forefathers, they decided they needed to give different opportunities, especially to Muslims. Even though you bear with me that some of us here that are Christians that went to the school, they never felt being Christian, they didn't belong. That was not the policy of Ansarudeen. It was just to make sure Muslims were not marginalized. So Ansarudeen was formed in 1923. Proud to say some families were part of the founding fathers. My grandmother is Bajabia Miller, and Bajas were well represented. So what this means is to send the message that if you come together, you have faith, and you work hard, you're going to leave a good legacy, and time will bear that out. They were very big people of faith, and they took their motto from the Quran chapter 3, verse 103, which simply says, hold on fast to the rope of Allah, God Almighty, and be not divided. They also took a lot from the verse that says, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. Meaning, by the token of time, men and women will be at a loss, except those who have faith, who believe in God, those who do good, who encourage others to do good, and those who avoid evil and encourage others to do sin. These are the people, and especially when they have patience, those will be the successful ones. So they believe in the idea that we learn from cradle to the grave. So you need to give opportunity to people to learn, to nourish their soul, to be hardworking so that they can be good citizens of wherever they are. And now that we see a lot of Nigerians, even in America, they say we are the most educated ethnic group. It comes from simple things like that. When our parents, grandparents have held seriously that we needed to give our children opportunity. Growing up, we didn't know Christian, Muslims, we just knew we were in school. My set in Ansarudeen High School, Surulere, 1978. The head boy was Christian, the assistant head boy was Christian, the head girl was Christian. So we didn't know any divisions, you are Christian, you are Muslim, you know. And up to today, most of the Christians in our class are very, very proud to be part of the school. And I'm sure the same thing in Ansarudeen College Isolo, which, by the way, I don't know if many people know, Ansarudeen College Isolo is the first Ansarudeen secondary school. I think Ansarudeen was founded in 1923, and my mom went to the first primary school, Alako. I think she was one of the first set of the primary school. And then Ansarudeen College was the first very college from Ansarudeen. And Alhamdulillah, Ansarudeen also has a university now, Summit University. So, mashallah, mashallah. So, this is telling us, and the truth is, most of the people that did this, the founding fathers, they were. We need to ask ourselves, the little that's been asked of us, let's contribute more to the society. We are all in 50s, 60s, some are touching 70s. We need to give back to the community. We need to do what we can to bring up people in Nigeria, in Ansarudeen College, Isolo, amongst other schools. Thank you very much for coming, and let's enjoy the rest of the night. Assalamu alaikum.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for your time and your pro. But on the heels of what Dr. Alhaji Jaji has said, we should all be inspired to help, to assist the founders of Isolo, as was presented to us during one of our reunions by the inimitable Alhaji Baja. They were all in their 20s. And I still, that presentation is seared into my memory, because I can't imagine how focused some 20-something-year-olds were to think of putting together schools of learning. I mean, when I was in my 20s, well, let's not talk about that. But generally, when you're in your 20s, that's not what you focus on. And the 20s today, outside of Instagram, Facebook, influencer, the influence, the non-influence, and the followership. Oh, how many likes did you get on your speech? That's what they do. But, so, as you all know, we have been blessed with this evening with the chairmanship of Dr. Kola Isiaq Balogun. I'm going to, let me say that. Isiaq Balogun, because I was saying it the American way. It's not Balogun. So I'm going to ask him to please come to the mic. But before he does that, I'm going to ask respectfully all the men and women to the sound of some music that were called to the high table to please return to the high table at this time. And then once you guys are up there, I'm going to ask the chairman to please come up, and he's going to give us some remarks, and then we'll continue the program. So Mr. DJ, give us some small background music while we have the men and women of timber and caliber on our high table to please return to the high table.
I was
So, ladies and gentlemen, before I give the mic to our esteemed chairman, I really do need to make a recognition. Many of us have really come to find out and fully acknowledge that behind every successful man is a very good and supportive woman. It's been modified to say beside every successful man is a very supportive woman. Whether she's beside you or behind you, but she's next to you. If you don't, or in front of you, sometimes she will lead the way as long as she's close to you. Because whatever good is going to happen to you, she's responsible for it. And if you doubt me, as one of my mentors said to me, she said, try to jump off a moving platform and see how well that works for you. If you have a good woman beside you, in front of you, or behind you, the sky is the limit. And that leads me to recognize the presence of Mrs. Alaja Kafaya, who's the wife to our chairman of today. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for Alaja Kafaya, please? Thank you. So at this time, without much ado, I'm going to invite our esteemed chairman, who, as I mentioned, he has been to at least 60 countries, inspired in part by his wife, who is a historian, who can tell him, places that they've been and what's here, and who tells him where to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give me a round of applause for our chairman as he comes to the mic for his remarks.
Good evening, friends and family. To my Muslim brothers and sisters, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I feel very special tonight. I feel very honored to be invited, to be recognized, to be seated among this eminent group of people. Thank you so much for the invitation. First of all, we have to give grace to the Almighty Allah for making today possible. Don't take it for granted that we all made it here. Coming through the rainstorm, anything could have happened to any of us. Alhamdulillah, 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 Rabbil Alameen. I want to give special thanks. By the way, I didn't come here with a prepared speech because I know we have a keynote speaker that I cannot even pretend to be like. But I just want to leave you with a couple of points since you went out of your way to invite me as the chairman of tonight. Number one, I do want to extend a sincere appreciation to the leadership of this wonderful organization. Dr. Akindele. I know. Dr. Kazim, thank you, and the rest of your executive members. Special thanks to my wonderful friend, Alhaji Gbadabi Amila, who reached out to me with the official invitation. To my dearest sister, Alhaja, thank you so much for Alhaja, for always being there. I've known you right before I got married to my dearest wife 30 years ago. You were at my wedding, and you've never stopped to be by our side all the time. Thank you for always being there and for the invitation. First of all, my association with Isolo started 50 years ago. And my wife is going to hear this today. Okay, sweetie, get ready. So, I was a 12-year-old, like most of us back then. I think 1972 or so. I started, like many people in this room, trying to go to high school in Nigeria. I grew up in Obalende, so most of my friends were going to Rex. My father, my grandfather, who raised me at Obalende, said, "You're going to go to Muslim school." Well, alhamdulillah. Back then, we don't ask our fathers why. Give me a reason why you didn't do that. So I applied to a few schools. The decision came down to two schools. Ansarudeen College Isolo, Ahmadiyya College Agege. Tough choice. So my grandfather said, bless his memory, said, "So what's your choice? What's your decision? Where do you want to go?" As if my opinion mattered. So I said, I've talked to a few people, and I think I want to go to Isolo. Well, the reason, my wife is hearing it today, and I was not brave enough to tell my grandfather then. He said, "Why?" Guess why I wanted to go? Not a tough choice. No, not uniform. It came down to Isolo co-head and Ahmadiyya College. Bone to bone. No way. But so I chose Isolo. I wanted to go to Isolo, and of course my grandfather overruled me. I still don't know why. And again, you don't ask them why. You just do what you are told to do. So I ended up at Ahmadiyya College Agege, great school, and I'm sure whether I chose to attend Isolo or Ahmadiyya College Agege, Allah would have blessed the destiny one way or another. So, one other reason why I can look back today is I'm looking at all these eminent people I'm sitting with, and my wife. Thank God I didn't go to Isolo, because Isolarians seems to. Isolarians, I've been too long in the US, they might be no. Tend to marry each other. I'm looking around here. Husband and wife. Isolo. So sweetie, she went to Reagan, I went to Ahmadiyya. Thank God I didn't go to Isolo. And then the joke was here. So again, you may know that I'm the current chairman of ADSNA, that's the Ansarudeen Society of North America, which includes all of our branches in the US. As fate will have it, I tend to do more with Ansarudeen for some reason. And I just got back, actually less than 48 hours ago, I got back from Lagos, from Nigeria. I went to lead the US delegation of the Ansarudeen Society to be part of the Ansarudeen Triennial Conference. And, you know, even today, I'm still, how did I miss out on the Ansarudeen experience from the college days? But Alhamdulillah, 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 Rabbil Alameen again. I just want to say big congratulations. Just listening to the President's opening remarks, what an inspiration speech. The passion came through very clearly, that you actually have everything into this. You mean what you say and you're doing what you believe in. The passion came through. And I can see that on the faces of every Isolarian that I've come in contact with. I spoke to a lot of people. I went to Ahmadiyya College Wednesday. Just last Wednesday, I was at Ahmadiyya College campus. And a lot has gone on. And I was asking our president, I said, how does Ansarudeen Isolo, how do they have it? What's the difference between Akausa and Ansarudeen? And I don't want to bore you with all the reasons I gave why you guys have seemed to have it so much together at Isolo. If I don't know of any other Ansarudeen school, I know a lot has been accomplished because of the passion of the whole students that went through that school. Congratulations to all of you. One more thing. Don't look for the evidence. Don't look too far away. Look at all the incredible names of all the accomplished people all over Nigeria. Between Ahmadiyya College Agege and Ansarudeen Isolo, there's a lot for us to be proud of as having attended the Muslim schools in Nigeria. May Allah bless the memories of all the visionaries that saw the need. All the visionaries that saw it necessary years ago that the vehicle, the passport to excellence and greatness does not only travel through a Christian school. And so congratulations to each and every one of you. I think I'm probably the least educated at this table today because everybody except for me and my wife, they're all medical doctors. But I do have a joke about that though. I have MBA. And I tell people today when they come to me, just a joke. I said, exactly. You can finish more quickly, and if you are blessed, you're going to do well. So, thank you once again for the invitation. I appreciate the trust and the confidence. Why should we give? Why should we support? It's because we hold it as a duty. I remember a very short story of people going to a restaurant and when they were leaving, somebody gave them the bill and they wanted to pay and somebody said, don't worry, it's already paid. And as these people were getting ready to leave, somebody asked them and said, are you going to leave anything behind? And they said, why? I thought the ticket is already paid. And they said, because somebody paid for you, you need to pay for people coming behind you. And so, if you don't have any other reason, just look at it as pay it forward. Because somebody paved the way for the life that you and I, all of us sitting in this room, have the opportunity to benefit from today. One point I do want to make, I spent a lot of time with the Vice Chancellor of Summit University. I spent a lot of time with the Board of Governors of Summit University. As Dr. Gadi mentioned, Summit University is the apex of Ansarudeen accomplishments in the education space. I think Ansarudeen Society is the only homegrown organization, religious organization in Nigeria that could actually boast of what we call cradle to grave of the education spectrum. They started with primary schools, colleges, training schools, and all those things. And now we actually have a university located at Offa. Having spent so much time, and is doing very well. If you have not been engaged in just trying to understand what's going on, please take the time, because it's something we all should take pride in. It's a source of pride and joy for all of us. So I didn't come here, like I said, with a prepared speech. I just wanted to share this moment of honor with the rest of you. I appreciate the opportunity. My wife and I are very, very grateful to be here, and I'm going to wait for the protocol on how donations should be handled. But I'm here tonight to make a good down payment as a token of appreciation for all of what Ansarudeen has done, and of what they've done. I may start going to Ansarudeen, but I've benefited immensely from the work that Ansarudeen as an organization has done in Nigeria. Thank you once again. Good evening. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Appreciate the invitation.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get another round of applause for those wonderful remarks from our chairman? You can see why he's our chairman of the day. So I'm going to follow that up like a true Isolarian. I'm going to beg. We are going to segue directly into our fundraising segment of the evening. The reason why we came, we're trying to raise money. This is a fundraiser. Our president has reminded me once again, he needs money for the programs that we have together. So as you can probably see, I've done long neck and long throat. I can see that Mr. Chairman is writing a check. And I saw the numbers and my eyes almost popped out. But I'm bringing cola nuts from my pocket. Cola nuts is not a year. Alaji Lion, may God forgive him. That was what he taught me. Cola nuts is OB. Yes, I was the best student. But ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start the fundraising section of the program. This is my favorite part of the program because I get to call on people directly. But I will start with our chairman and so Mr. President has reminded me rather bluntly that we want donations, not IOUs, no bonds, no stock. We want cash. And the only thing better than cash is money. Yeah, that's Yogi Berra for those who play football. We can take Zelle, we can take checks, we can take cash. Did I mention cash? We can take cash. We can take Zelle, we can take cash, we can take Venmo. Venmo is good. We take money. And we don't take in-kind payment. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would have our president to ask Mr. Chairman to whisper in his ear, and he will announce to us how much we are doing today.
Alhamdulillah. I went to a Muslim school. I aspire to be a good Muslim. I cannot say I am one. But these are occasions where I use those Arabic words in praise of God. So, Alhamdulillah, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. Mr. Chairman just came back from a very long journey, yet his hands were not fatigued. He was still able to scribble a very good amount, an amount that will make us proud. I thank him from the bottom of my heart for his generosity. He donated $5,000 US.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. We are most appreciative of your generosity. We thank you very much. We appreciate you, sir. And as Isolo Wisdom has taught us, as we thank you, we thank Madam. Because without Madam say so, that check cannot happen. So, like I said, this is my favorite part of the evening because I get to call on people directly. And for those who don't know, I'm actually an allergy. I've been to Mecca. Yes, I did.
I testify.
And when I did my Hajj several years ago, I did it with a certain gentleman, not my brother here, we were roommates. But with Yomi J, who happens to be the speaker tonight, our guest speaker. And he spoke words of wisdom tonight, and he spoke words of wisdom back then too. And the hype that we did together, subhanAllah, it has been very good to us. And we thank God. I'm coming to you at this point. See, I told you we did hype together. Ladies and gentlemen, Alaji Yomi Jaji. You know, that's the way, you know my senior brother there, Senior Saba. I can never call him Mr. Saba, he's Senior Saba. Because, you know, when we were in Isolo, I couldn't even say Senior Saba, the man would kill me. He's sitting here now like a gentleman. He wasn't though. Senior Saba was so...
He was a very gentleman. There are two guys here this evening, sitting right at this desk, right, who looked after me.
Speak for yourself.
So what you're saying is...
Thank you. You see, maybe in a different life, Senior Saba was very gentle. But he's very gentle. Senior, thank you, sir. Good to see you again, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a donation from our president, who, as usual, leads by example. He has donated a sum of $1,000 American dollars. I'm sorry. Alada came to collect the check. She doesn't know we are 2022. We are now doing Zell. Oh, no. We moved on. It gives me great pleasure to announce that we have another donation from Dr. Jaji. Oh, come here, Daddy.
Oloko, change Daddy to Jaji.
Oh, you know that he's
Alhaji Jaji gave us a sum of $1 American $1,000. Ladies and gentlemen.
Everything I do, we just I just want to stay. See, I'm living large, I get them just so from my ghetto. Never forget where I come from, not from the I just want to stay.
Ladies and gentlemen, how many people here from New York? New Yorker in the house. New Yorker in the house. Now, New Yorker at the table. New Yorkers at the table. Okay, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, of course we are in the era of Zelle. People don't now have to show me their phone. Like, I have sent. I have sent. It used to be cash, used to be check. Now I have sent. The couple that have taken the most out of the solo. There's only one couple here that qualifies there. The couple that have taken the most out of the solo. Between the two of them, Dr. Mrs. Titi Kazim and Dr. Saka Kazim, Aramide Kazim. Dr. Saka Aramide Kazim gave us, Mr. DJ, $2,000. And you know, Arabine was able to send that money to Zelle by consent, acquiescence, permission, okay, from Titi Kazim. But she didn't stop there. Titi herself Zelled another $1,000, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. DJ. So, you know, I've been a bit remiss. Every time I say that this couple are the ones that have taken the most or gotten the most out of the solo, it's a bit of a lie. It's a bit of a lie. I'll tell you why it's a lie. Wait. It's a partial now.
Àwọn ọjọ́ òsì wọlé, wọ́n tún gbé wọ́tà bọ́ọ̀tù wọn dá. Bóyá yóò máa bóyá
Mr. DJ, I can tell you definitely, but penalty was throwing like that. We are doing very well. We are doing very, very well. Who is the treasurer? It doesn't matter. We are collecting money tonight. No. Mr. President will worry about who is the treasurer. We are collecting money tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to announce to you that. Okay. No, that was not. That's the prelim. It's the prelim. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to announce to you that even though they make their money in New York, but these are bona fide New Jersey residents who are taking the most and much more than most from Ansarudeen College Isolo. I have the pleasure of announcing that Dr. Adeola Arufman and the woman who used to be Ojubele, who has now been rechristened Uthman, Monsurat Idowu, Uthman, Mr. DJ, each of them gave us $1,000. Thank you, Mr. DJ. Thank you. You know, as we are talking about zeal and people zealing, which is now a verb, Mrs. Uthman, she's the unassuming, quiet, lovely, beautiful, charming, and she gave better than money, she gave cash. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, because it's a man bounce. He gave us reliably cash. So before I open up the floor to more donations, the unofficial host of tonight, the entire Bashenko of tonight, someone whispered in my ear and said that he gave some amount, and honestly that amount was offensive to me, because I know he can do better than that, and he will do better than that. Even though it's from Baja House, but Agba is not aware, but he can do better. I'm going to call on Mr. Anthony Emeka Oniawa to come and whisper in my ear something that will make me shout. Chief Anthony Emeka Oniawa, Oko Oreta, Baba Meki. You know, he was afraid of me coming to him, so he sent someone to come and tell me how much is given. And okay, Mr. DJ, make me dance. Mr. Anthony Emeka Oniawa gave us $2,000 American. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be calling people randomly, and I will come to you. You whisper in my ear. I can shout or not shout. Okay, so please think about how much you are giving. But the gentleman that I'm going to call, okay. But the gentleman that I want to call on, even, you know, some people, they take less time to do things and they do it better than others. This good friend of mine, he came to Isolo. He spent only 4 years. Most of us spent 5 years. And he did exceptionally well. He became one of our presidents. I'm talking about Laji Wasiu Alade, our former president. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to whisper in my ear how much he's going to give, and I will start dancing. Subhanallah. Mr. DJ. So we're moving along a bit more rapidly because I see people who are ready to dance. So we want to make this, you know, and time is really going. And one of the people that want to dance, I'm standing next to her because she's already moving already. But she's the one next on my list. She's going to whisper in my ear, Elijah, the great, we're all here for you. She's going to whisper in my ear. Or she's going to show me herself. Subhanallah. Mr. DJ. Mr. DJ is enjoying the music more than we are. But don't worry, we'll join you very soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of us having time to dance a little bit, I know some people came from the UK and they're wondering, is this how they do it in America? If they all just raise money, they don't want to dance. No, we will dance very shortly. So in the interest of time, those who want to give, we don't have time to go to everyone. Those who want to give, please feel free to donate directly at your pleasure, preferably tonight. For instructions on how to donate directly to the association, I will ask our president to please give the instructions.
Good evening once again. We really feel honored by your presence. You've come big, but we can still go bigger. We can still go bigger. You've come big. The first thing I'm going to do is to, having taken this microphone, is to now call on the man that is calling everybody to donate. So, Mr. Shamsi Oloko, attorney at law, it's time for you to donate.
Any mowo gba amowo na o oloko mowo gba owo na. Any mowo gba amowo na o Samusidi oloko. My boyfriend oya nawo nawo.
Thank you, Elijah, for that inspirational song. Something to motivate him to come out of his skin and just... You see, Mr. Tony is really an instigator, a provocateur, as we may say. He came to me and he was trying to get Mr. Oloko in trouble. So I said, all right, I need confirmation so I don't go start running my mouth. However, it was not that far. The amount he announced was not that far from what Mr. Oloko, out of the bottom of his heart, donated $1,000. Yeah, we're going to move fast.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I think Mr. President did announce my donation. So.
That was meant to cause confusion and distress. And I will not be a party to that. All right, so I heard from Os's mouth, I said 1,000. He's here, all right. All right, so thank you, Mr. Oloko. So, you see, I like, going after people that go after people. So, Mr. Adiciosa, that is my name for you. Mr. Adiciosa, we want pledges from you. Don't just keep writing. Oh, so you are busy. I'm coming after you to it. Mr. Lawal. Mr. Lawal. Thank you. Bob T. So, one thing I've said to people at the beginning, and I'm really serious about it, we've had experiences in the past where people pledged and we cannot get the money. I don't do business like that. I don't do business like that. I would rather take zero than live in fool's paradise. So if you're promising me something, I want it now. I don't want it later. So please, please bear with me. We just want to make it quick. So I'm going to go table by table. And, so that in the interest of time, we just do table by table. And I'm going to start from that side. I know my honorable chair is more than capable, ably assisted by the quiet wife. Sometimes presidents actually give you an idea what. So they bought about 3 paintings. I want you to remember that. But that's to decorate their homes, and then we got some donation, kind of from that. But the real thing is now, sir. The real thing is now, sir. Please, the floor is yours. How much you giving us? You see, you know what the first thing he did? He said, darling, write the check, just give them everything. We are not going to take your house. That's I'm not in the business of doing that. You know, thank you. And this is not a competition. We are doing it from the bottom of our heart. If it is $100, we appreciate it. Everything adds up. Everything adds up. They are thinking about it. I'm going to move to this table. Everything adds up. My vice president is there. He's from Houston. That's a party town. They have a lot of money to spend. Oil money. Ogabi, ẹgbẹ́ nǹkan síta láti Houston. Ẹgbẹ́ nǹkan síta láti Houston. So he's going to talk to NAK. And Noim Adeokujen is going to talk to him. Mr. Chesson. Zell. He needs the Zell information. I cannot see everybody from the beginning of the night. Who is this gentleman? When people come in suit, you know they are ready. He is ready. Oh, he's your friend. All right. You are welcome here. Thank you for honoring our invitation. I saw a lot of beautiful women. I'm not too sure how many of the women belong to one person. However, when you see this, you know that these two gentlemen that flanked the women, they are ready. And the women themselves are ready too. So, madam, tó bá ti ṣe mo mọ̀ pé ṣe yìí ni tí wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ sórí ẹ̀. You see, our people from Nigeria, Mrs. Yusuf came from Nigeria. We really appreciate her presence here, all the way from Nigeria. I'm not going to stress her. Propane, you know, the propane gas for air travel, for aeroplane, is so expensive now. You are paying twice the amount. So I'll just leave her. However, if she now decides that she wants to do more, this is a free market economy. Please feel free to do. But thank you for coming. Kalesa, are you an Adisios guy? Which side? 81. Àwọn alágbára ni ẹgbẹ́ nǹkan síta fún wa. You will sell. All right, so I'm getting confused. There's a lot of I will sell. But I want it tonight because we really want to get this concluded tonight. Please. Mrs. Abayomi, please. All the sellers. Please, payment. So can you please, because a lot of people are ready, and you cannot not be at home. So you need to work on these folks. So these are the 71 cents. 71 cents. So, some are from England. We appreciate you coming. England, everybody. No, I know. Oh, what for England? No. What for England? Sir, thank you. Yeah. So Mr. Musa Rio, my easygoing senior of those years. I remember he wasn't one of the bullies. There were bullies in Isolo. I will tell you, there were bullies. What I saw though was there was a transformation. I went to the boarding school. I saw them when I was a classroom student. But honestly, there were more bullies than the toxic. Some people like it, but I'm not a fan of that. I'm working. So, please, Mr. Musa Rio, $1,000. So, NK, I'm not playing. Good. So, thank you very much, sir. I like you, Boleshe. Chat for one, chat for one. So, I need to go for us. Oh, he's working. So he's still on duty. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, we want people to enjoy themselves. Those checks are coming. You see those women there? Great people. They didn't wait for me to come there. They already made their checks and they're asking me to come. I thank you all. God bless you.
So I have check from Alaji.
Thank you very much. Mrs. Zanu, I've known her from a long time. She never failed to perform. She gave me a whole leap of checks, like we say in Jamaica. A whole leap of checks are here. Everything from my friends amounting to close to 1,500 or over close to 2,000. I thank you. This is another 100. They keep coming. You have more? Go and bring your bag. Bring your bag. Empty, I'll take you home. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been a wonderful night. It's been very productive. So I thank you. I'm going to hand over to the MC. She keeps calling. Bring food.
Mr. DJ, please stand at the ready. We are ready to dance. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for that table over there? Please. They have given more than money, they get cash. And I am happy, ecstatic, delighted to announce to you that tonight, from direct donations alone, we raised over $20,000. And part of that donation, the 67 to 71 set gave us $1,000. Ladies and gentlemen, And from the auction, we raised $2,375. Now, I'm not the official accountant or treasurer, but I think we did better at this fundraiser tonight than probably most of the other ones we've done in the past. Congratulations, Mr. President. Congratulations. So, ladies and gentlemen, some of us have actually been here since 8 o'clock tonight. And the one thing that some of us came to do, we are ready to do, not the fella version, no. You know, fella said, let us do what we are coming to. No, we didn't come to do that. We came here to have fun by dancing. Mr. DJ, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, just one point of order. I've been correctly informed that we are supposed to announce the order of dancing. So the high table folks will be the ones that will open the dance floor. Mr. DJ, I will ask you to find a set of songs that fits as the chairman and chair ladies will grace and open the dance floor if they so desire. Or we can have Alhaji Gbaja. Mr. DJ.
Go, it's okay.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, there's a cash bar outside if you want to drink. If you go out to this door to your right, there's a cash bar if you want any drink. Look at DJ. I mean, they are doing me what's